Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. Although I'm a little afraid, however I'd like to try it. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. Granted that it is dangerous, all the same I still want to go. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. At the same instant. Overlapping in duration. Going to school and holding a job at the same time. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. While we disliked each other, nevertheless we agreed. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. To a greater degree or extent, used with comparisons. An even, or still, more interesting problem. Of a body of water, free from disturbance by heavy waves. Scarcely a ripple on the still water. Marked by absence of sound. The night was still. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. Granted that it is dangerous, all the same I still want to go. Make calm or still. Lessen the intensity of or calm. Still the fears. A plant and works where alcoholic drinks are made by distillation. Cause to be quiet or not talk. Not sparkling. A still wine. Not in physical motion. Poetic, tranquil silence. The still of the night. Without moving or making a sound. He sat still as a statue. An apparatus used for the distillation of liquids. Consists of a vessel in which a substance is vaporized by heat and a condenser where the vapor is condensed. A static photograph, especially one taken from a movie and used for advertising purposes. He wanted some stills for a magazine ad. Free from noticeable current. A still pond. Make motionless. With reference to action or condition, without change, interruption, or cessation. It's still warm outside. Used of pictures. Of a single or static photograph not presented so as to create the illusion of motion, or representing objects not capable of motion. A still photograph. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. Used after a superlative. The largest drug bust yet. To a greater degree or extent, used with comparisons. A yet sadder tale. Despite anything to the contrary, usually preceding a concession. He was a stern yet fair master. Within an indefinite time or at an unspecified future time. He longed for the flowers that were yet to show themselves. Used in negative statement to describe a situation that has existed up to this point or up to the present time. The sun isn't up yet.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.